My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
My name is Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. Several years ago, while working on a case for Detective August, I was struck by lightning. We've been partners ever since then. But now, I use my super speed to save the citizens of Central City, including my friend Iris West and her nephew Wally as the Flash. So currently on the Flash, the police are having a standoff with armed gunmen, which, when Detective August gets on scene, kind of throws him off because he notices one of the symbols from one of the gunmen has the same symbol that has been keeping him up at night for several years, because that's the symbol that was linked to the case on the death of his brother. So much so that as he's staring at the symbol, he's caught off guard and is sitting there in the middle of a gunfight without his gun drawn, staring at the people, asking them who are they, in which they reply that they are the black hole, and then suddenly he is shot at. But unfortunately, Flash is too slow to catch the bullet or save Detective August, but luckily for August, he is struck by lightning at that very moment, and this lightning looks like the very same lightning strike that hit Barry Allen, and now Detective August is sitting there glowing, wondering what's happening to him. And here's what happened to him. He now has been granted super speed to the point where he can run just as fast as the Flash. Iris West, being an investigative journalist, is investigating into who the black hole is, and that doesn't go so well for her as she is kidnapped by them. And we see that the mastermind behind them has the kidnappers bringing her to him. But luckily for her, Barry Allen, the Flash, is able to go and rescue her. This is during a time period where she does not know who he is, but he's still there nonetheless to rescue her, because we know Barry Allen's relationship with Iris West. And for those of you who didn't know, they have tried dating, but it doesn't work. They're good friends as of right now. After Barry Allen rescues her, he goes back to fight Black Hole, who is actually prepared for him, because little does Barry Allen know, Black Hole has been testing on Speed Force. Luckily for Barry, he's his new partner, both on the Force and as a superhero, who still does not have a code name yet, so it's still Detective August is there to help him. And they both double team Black Hole and are able to knock him out. And just as they finish saving Iris, all of a sudden, there starts to be thunder and rain pouring down. A storm erupts out of nowhere, and in this storm, we start seeing lightning striking all over the place, hitting people. The same lightning that hit Barry several years ago and August just the other day. Central City is full of speedsters. Some of them, unfortunately, decide to be bad guys and rob banks, but they're no match to the pro Barry, who now has his partner with him fighting crime. They catch the bad guys, and Star Labs has the good guys, where Barry Allen now has a whole recruitment team that he gets to train in Star Labs, which is head up by Mina. Now, Mina and Barry start to talk a little bit about the speedsters that are going through the training, and you can see a little bit of chemistry between them, and so does his partner. And his partner jets out because his partner now wants to continue to look into Black Hole, because this is the best solid lead that he's had in years over the death of his brother. So he heads out there, and Barry and Mina decide to have a little fun, and so they're flirting around, and it looks like they're playing a little game of cat and mouse right now as they go out. But what they find is that the speedsters that they took in from earlier that was robbing the bank had just been killed, and August was there trying to save them. And August lets them know that it was done by a speedster whose name was Godspeed. Now, Barry and Mina head back to Star Labs to try to find out what it is that's going on. As they're sitting there talking, trying to figure out the case, Barry realizes from Mina that she has the ability to detect people with Speed Force And not only that, but when two people with Speed Force are running near each other, they're able to siphon Speed Force off of each other, and that's possibly how Godspeed was able to do this. Also, while they're sitting there talking, it's just not simple talk that's going on. It's a little bit of flirting, which catches Barry off guard, because apparently Barry's just like Barry from the TV and doesn't do too much dating apparently. He eventually goes to call on Iris for help on this because of course Iris is pretty much like a Lois Lane into everything as they feel the need to solve everything. So Iris meets him down, Flash down to Star Labs and gives them some information on the guy who it was that tried to kidnap her, who has been doing the research on Speed Force. Barry and Mina end up going down to find him, and he explains that yes, he is responsible for the storm and that he is able to control it. And he too can give himself now speed powers greater than that of Barry. But unfortunately for him, he can't control it, and it appears to get a little ahead of him, and now he's turned into this big monster in which Barry and Mina decide that they can take if they were to just circle their arms to funnel speed away from him, but that does not work. So what it is that they eventually decide once August comes is they decide that they're going to run around the monster as fast as they can to try to cancel out some of his speed, and which eventually works. He's fried. And as far as they're concerned, they just saved this day and have defeated Godspeed. Barry is not able to just take a win that easy. He's thinking that there's no way that they could have done this easily. Well, they head back to the Star Labs and to try to continue to train their rookie speedsters, and all of a sudden, August leaves again to try and work on the case against Black Hole, while Barry and Mina continue to talk and flirt, and eventually Mina decides flirting's not enough and she lands one right on Barry. Because yes, she figured that if she wants it, she's gonna have to go for it, because no point in waiting for Barry. Seems like this issue's full of strong women in it, between Iris and Mina. I don't know how Barry's gonna ever choose between them. Although I'd say go with the one that's kissing you. Barry then, after that, decides to take a step forward and let her know that he is Barry Allen. So now that they both know each other, it seems like they're gonna try a relationship together, which they do. Barry actually takes a day off from being the Flash and saving people, and actually enjoys a romantic evening with her. And shortly after that romantic evening, for some reason, he feels the need to meet Iris West to talk to her about it. Because yes, talking to your ex is the best way to make sure that you're doing right by your current girlfriend. While Mina is out, she runs into Wally, who she can tell has Speed Force because she has the ability to detect other speedsters. Now, Wally is not ready to come to the terms with his speed powers, but she coaxes him to trust her by revealing herself to him and telling him that she had worked with the Flash, which he really looked up to because Wally West was Kid Flash in the New 52. Now, he shows her some new tricks that he's learned that she doesn't, which is how to shoot lightning. As they're talking, eventually they realize that there's some citizens that need help just across the street. So, without hesitation, they both go to help the citizens. And yet they were able to save the citizens. After that, Mina heads back to Star Labs, and she realizes that everything is not okay. When she gets in there, she sees some of the trainees have been attacked, and they're not all unconscious or dead because someone screams out for help. And then you see Godspeed has 3 of the trainees, but she goes to try to save them. And as she punches Godspeed, she realizes that he's intangible and she cannot punch him. One of the trainees gets away as she is caught. That trainee leaves to go get the Flash, while the 3 of them are stuck there trying to save themselves. They realize that they can't phase out of Godspeed's control, nor are they fast enough to counteract his speed by running the opposite way. Avery, the trainee speedster who got away, does meet up with Flash, who's with August, and she tells them to hurry, to come to the Star Labs and help. But it's unfortunate that by the time Barry gets there, it's too late. The trainees have all been killed, and Mina's suit is found with no body. And Barry's sit here stuck to wonder why it is that although he's the fastest man alive, he's once again too late to save someone he cares about. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you did, hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more. Till next time, Brian out. And yes, you can imagine I did the hand gesture.